Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best mid-range smartphones.
Starting at number 5.
Nothing Phone 2. Nothing has taken everything we loved about its debut smartphone effort and turned things up a notch. The glyph interface? It's smarter now, with more LEDs that better represent countdown timers, incoming notifications, and even how long until your Uber driver will turn up. The transparent design? It's slicker, with slightly curved rear glass that better sits in your hand and a larger 6.7 inches screen. Performance is very respectable for a mid-range phone, using last year's flagship chip, and while the camera hardware hasn't changed significantly, there are still image quality gains in both daylight and nighttime settings. It's the Nothing OS 2.0 that stands out the most, though. It's a fantastic spin on Android with consistent styling that puts widgets front and center. For the money, it's a very tempting alternative to a Pixel 8 Pro or OnePlus 11.
Coming at number 4.
OnePlus 11. Delivering killer specs at a competitive price point, the OnePlus 11 hits a home run. Its all-screen frontage fits the modern mold, complemented by a tactile matte back. The display itself is simply brilliant, with dynamic refresh rates ranging from 1 to 120 Hz. A trademark alert slider marks it out as a OnePlus handset, while Hasselblad branding on the distinctive circular camera bump hints at enhanced shooting modes. Results are great in most conditions, with Pro and 12-bit RAW Plus options offering useful flexibility for serious snappers and low light, seeing an improvement from last year. Performance is predictably superb, while battery life proved impressively frugal throughout our testing. When the 5000 mAh cell did run empty, 100W SuperVOOC refueling had it back to full in just over half an hour. If you're after a flagship bargain, the OnePlus 11 comfortably undercuts every major rival.
At number 3.
Google Pixel 8 Pro. With a design that has matured like a fine wine, a simply stunning screen, and some of the most capable cameras you'll find on a phone, the Pixel 8 Pro finally feels deserving of that Pro label. Even if it comes at the expense of the smaller, cheaper Pixel 8. Intensive software support means it could earn a place in your pocket for years to come, but that's not to say there aren't areas where rivals do things better. Performance, battery life, and charging speeds are good rather than great, and the growing reliance on generative AI is sure to divide opinions. The temperature sensor also feels like a flash in the pan right now. Previous Pro Pixels had their sore spots, of course. And they also had value on their side. The Pixel 8 Pro still compares favorably on price with the iPhone 15 Pro Max and Galaxy S23 Ultra, but not by a lot. That means you have to be more of a Google diehard to pick this over the very capable alternatives. You'll be very happy with your purchase if you do.
Number 2 of my list.
Apple iPhone 15 Pro. This is the best iPhone Apple's ever made. The camera revisions are great. USB-C was long overdue but is fantastic now it's here. The action button is useful. And all this builds on already top-notch components like the display, speakers, and app ecosystem. Of course, you might argue that too much change in the iPhone is iterative rather than revolutionary, although this complaint usually comes from tech journos jaded by dozens of phones flying past their noses every week rather than most normal people who upgrade their phones every other year. So should you buy one? Not if you already own last year's Pro Max. The differences aren't big enough, unless you are a very keen photographer, desperate for USB-C, or have a fetish for chamfered edges. Everyone else? If you can afford it, and if you want the best Apple has to offer, the iPhone 15 Pro Max really is the best.
And number 1.
Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. If you're shopping for the ultimate smartphone experience in 2023, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is top of the tree. Superlative in every respect, it exceeded all expectations in testing. Clad in Gorilla Glass Victus 2, it feels equal parts premium and rugged in the hand. Its sizable 6.8 inches AMOLED display is sublime on the eyes, while the bundled S Pen stylus is more responsive than ever. Performance is peerless, courtesy of a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 CPU running at higher speeds than any rival. The Ultra simply whizzes through almost every app, task and game. The top-spec S23 also has many camera highlights to summarize, from zoom clarity to color reproduction. Its 200MP main sensor and trio of secondary lenses are sublime. Yes, you'll pay handsomely for the privilege of squeezing an S23 Ultra into your pocket. But if you're willing to do so, your reward will be the best overall smartphone you can buy right now.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.